Welcome to Cooking with Craig. Today, we're doing Halloween cookies. So we're doing pressed and cutted. So I've decided to do the easy way for this one, and I'm doing a salted caramel and choc chip. Now this is cookie dough. It's the easiest thing you could possibly do to make cookies other than buy them in a bag already made. But this is homemade and we're baking today. So I went to the store, I bought some cookie dough, and I also got these lovely little Halloween stamps and cutters. So we're going to do a bit of both with the salted caramel choc chip. So let's get started. Alright, so what do you need when you're making cookies? Well, you need a oven tray lined with baking paper. You need some shape cutters, which you can have either these ones are Halloween, I also have Christmas ones, and just standard ones like for gingerbread and all those kind of things. So we'll get started with these. And we've got some stamps. So we're going to roll some out flat and we're going to stamp them with pumpkin face, we've got trick or treat, and we've got a spider web. So we're going to use all of these in making our cookie dough. So we've got our cookie dough here. This is store-bought cookie dough, makes it really easy to do. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so now that we've rolled it out nice and flat, we're now going to grab our cookie stamps, or biscuit stamps, whichever you want to call them, like so. And this one has the jack-o'-lantern stamp all ready to go on it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put that down, push down slightly, grab my knife, and cut around the outside. Like so. It really didn't turn out very well. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to grab a scone cutter. Yeah, scone cutter first. I'm going to cut these first, and then we can work on the biscuits being stamped. 1, 2, 3 of the jack-o'-lantern ones. So pull this all away from it. Like so. Move them over to our baking tray, like so. Leaving them spread out slightly, getting our little stamp, getting them lined up perfectly, giving them a little press, and a wiggle to get them off. There we go. That one looks spooky. And because we've cut the biscuits to the right size of the cookie cutter, when we push down, it oozes out slightly and makes them a little bit flatter. So make sure when you are rolling out your biscuit dough, you leave that little extra bit to be rolled out like so. Alright, so here's our biscuit stuff again, and we're going to get to the next one. So popping the jack-o'-lantern off, if I can get it to. Okay, the little rubber parts are really made well. There we go. pops off. We're going to make the trick or treat one next. So to get this one on, it's just a little ring around the edge. Make sure it pops. There she is, in and ready to go. Put this one aside, and what I'm going to do is I want to time lapse this now, so that you guys, you've got the gist of how we're doing the lovely stamps, and then we'll come back and we'll do our cutter ones. All right, so time lapse time. And that's how easy it is to do the stamp biscuits. So we've got our jack-o'-lanterns, we've got our trick-or-treats, and we've got our spider webs. All right, so next is to roll out our biscuit dough again, and we're going to use the Halloween cookie cutters that I got from Coles. So let's get started on this one. All right, so just remembering when you are rolling out for cookie cutter ones, that you have to actually roll them that little bit thinner because we're not stamping them like we did with the stamped biscuits. So let's get started. I've got some pumpkins, I've got some ghosts, I've got some bats, and I've got some witches' hats. So we're going to do hopefully 2 of each of these, maybe 3 depending on how much biscuit we've got left over. All right. Time lapse time. Okay, so now we've got all of our spookified caramel, salted caramel choc chip biscuits ready to go. I'm going to preheat the oven at 160 degrees, fan forced, and whack these guys in. It should take about 8 minutes. So let's do that. Okay, so it's been 8 minutes. They're ready to come out. Okay, so let's recap on how these things look. Yeah, not quite what I expected with the cutters nor the stamps. You can sort of see trick or treat in some of these, but not as what I really expected. So let's move these over to the cooling rack and let them cool down. And yeah, I'll show you what they look like in a minute. So as you can see, these ones were the spider webs. These ones said trick or treat in them, sort of see that. These ones were the jack-o'-lantern ones. You've got the witches' hats, the ghosts, the pumpkins sort of really disintegrated, and the bats sort of did the same. But overall, they're still going to be scrumptious, just not as spooky as what we expected. So I'm going to let these guys cool down, and then we can eat with a nice glass of cold soy milk. So this has been Cooking with Craig. This has been the salted caramel choc chip Halloween cookies, cookie cutters and stamps. If you've seen anything you like in these videos, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget, if you have any comments, questions, or things I can be doing better in these videos, leave it in the comments field below on YouTube. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. Get notified when I do these Cooking with Craig segments, my daily vlogs, Urban Explorer, What's in the Box, Brewing with Craig, car maintenance, you name it, I film it, it ends up on YouTube. So hit that subscribe button. Until next time, happy Halloween.